Hey YouTube, what's going on? Hey, just bringing you another little video from Matagalpa, Nicaragua. Hope you all are having a wonderful day. Had a great day today. Went to the gym, had a nice workout, and just kind of relaxing a little bit now. But man, last night was an exciting night here in Nicaragua because for those of you who don't follow the Miss Universe contest, Miss Nicaragua won last night, and wow, was it a big party here. You could hear, as soon as they announced it, you could hear the yelling, screaming everywhere around the neighborhood. Fireworks started going off. I mean, it was quite the celebration. So everybody here was very patriotic, but everybody absolutely went crazy around here. So you just hear it everywhere. And we've already seen parties that happened in Miami, so very cool. And she is a beautiful woman. Thought I'd talk to you a little bit today just about, since we are now right around 8 weeks from heading to Xela, Guatemala, and it's going to be quite an adventure. If you didn't see the other videos, we are heading there on a flatbed truck. So anyway, we will do plenty of videos and you can watch us cross the border. Not exactly sure how we're going to go, but I think it's going to be Honduras all the way through El Salvador and then into Guatemala. It'll be at least 2 long days, maybe 3 days. So going to be quite an adventure, but anyway, hope that you tune in for that. Thought I'd do a little about expectations. When we get there, and we've been there for a little while, we'll kind of tell you how the expectations matched up to reality. But so the city that we're going to is called Quetzaltenango. It is also just 2 or 3 hours away from Antigua and Lake Atitlan, which are both those are probably the 2 most popular places to go in all of Guatemala. Lots of tourists, lots of expats. Lake Atitlan is supposed to be, you know, a lot of people say it's the most beautiful lake on earth, and it truly is beautiful. I mean, just seeing all the videos and everything. But so hopefully we're going to have a chance to do some day trips there. We're going to have to see if we can find a trusted dog sitter, which is hard for us as we almost don't trust anybody with our babies. But anyway, hopefully we'll get a chance to kind of cover that a little bit for you. But expectations, Xela is way bigger, with Matagalpa, the city, about 80,000. I've heard anywhere from 80 to 200,000. So I'm not exactly sure with the different numbers, how far out, like into the suburbs and other areas that they're going. But, you know, I would say probably around 100,000 is a pretty good guesstimate in the city, 80 to 100, where in Quetzaltenango, and I'm going to refer to that from here on out as Xela because that's what everybody calls it that lives there. Xela Zhu, I guess, was the Mayan name, and it's just over the years been shortened to Xela. So about 625,000, and so it's a much bigger city. They've got, you know, just doing our research, I mean, things that we just don't have here. I mean, they've got huge, you know, 3-4 story malls with escalators going everywhere, very modern, very nice. You know, big movie theaters, you know, all of the Walmarts, of course, all of the American fast foods are there. You can see that in all the videos, McDonald's, Burger King, Pizza Hut, everywhere, which I don't eat there anyway, but we don't have any of that here in Matagalpa. We don't have the movie theaters, none of the American fast food is here. So, you know, a little bit different. The second thing is it's almost 8,000 feet in elevation, so much cooler, which that's one of the reasons that we absolutely want to go there. It's about 20 degrees cooler every day, you know, give or take a few. So when you know, the average temps here, even now, and this is the coolest part of the year, average temps tend to run about 80, 81 for the high and high 60s for the low. Which sounds great, but then the humidity gives it a feels like factor you know, of at least so far of, you know, 85 during the day. So it still feels pretty warm. We're not running the air conditioning at all anymore. At night, you know, we've got a, well, I'll show you, we kind of rigged this up, but so in our bedroom, we've got a fan that we can just hook onto the outside. It's on the big metal thing, and it just blows cool air into the bedroom all night. And then we've got a couple big fans in there as well. So it is cooler now. This is the coolest part of the year. And then mid to late February, the real hot stuff will roll back around. So much cooler, much larger city. You know, we've got the malls, got the Walmarts, all those things. You know, I don't know if you use those or not, but, you know, just to be able to go, you know, kind of walk around the mall and stuff. I haven't done that in forever. I didn't really go to the mall much when we were in the Carolinas. But, you know, something to do. A lot more food choices. As a vegan, you know, as far as fruits and veggies here, it is heaven. I mean, you can go out, go shopping around, get fruits and vegetables. I mean, it's just in abundance here. But, you know, the bad for you stuff, the processed stuff that is fun, you know, and nice to eat every once in a while, the vegan burgers, vegan cheeses, vegan restaurants, vegan options in non-vegan restaurants. You know, I'm going to have way more choices. Here, like, even to buy something as basic as tofu, there's one place here and they hand make it. So just not a thing. There's certain things that you really struggle to buy here, because if it's not in the typical Nicaraguan menu, it's just not here. Like cilantro, it's very scarce. You can find it, but it's not very good usually. It's just almost never here. Mushrooms. I mean, there's just a lot of things that you think, oh, you can get those anywhere. You can't. So, you know, here it's a lot of gallo pinto and fruits and veggies, which is great for me, and it's helped me lose a bunch of weight, but it is fun to have a little more options every once in a while, so that's going to be nice for us. Should be a tad more expensive. So a little bit more expensive, although I think it's going to kind of even out for us. So when I say a tad more expensive, like here, we've pretty much averaged with no budget at all, doing anything we want, whenever we want to. We're spending about $1,100, then top on everything for the dogs. So, you know, another couple $100 for food and treats. You know, if the dog has to go to the vet, it's still like maybe a fifth of, you know, the cost that you get from a vet in the States. So, you know, that will add on. If you've got pets, that'll cost you a little bit more, but way less than it costs you in the States. So, you know, I would think it would be up, you know, 100 or 200. However, since we're not going to be ever running an air conditioner there because it's 20 degrees cooler, we're not going to, you know, most of these places, they have air conditioning bills for $30 a month, where here, you know, ours are running, you know, like the last one we got was 130. The last one we got was much higher, and we're kind of challenging that last bill because it was way higher. So we won't have an electric bill. So really, I think it's probably going to be a wash. I think the living in Guatemala is going to be about the same as living here. You know, the people here are absolutely the best. I mean, super friendly. You know, it is going to be the one thing that we really miss, because we've made a lot of friends around here. We know all of our neighbors, or 90% of our neighbors. So, but, you know, everything, all the research we've done, expats we've talked to, they go on and on about how friendly and wonderful the people of Guatemala are. So, looking forward to meeting a lot of people over there as well. Healthcare is going to be better there, just because it's a bigger city. Xela has some good hospitals, and then just like everywhere else, you know, if you have something really serious, probably want to run to the capital, which would be Guatemala City. Here, kind of the same deal. You know, you can take care of everything here in like private clinics or public hospitals, but if it's something serious, you probably want to get to Managua. So I think the healthcare will be better there, just because we're in a much larger city. But if any of you know anything about Xela, you know, please, you know, we'd love for you to comment below. We've been told that we should live in zone 1 or zone 3, especially just because in all the cities we're going to go to, we're trying to find a city that's walkable. We love not having a car, and we don't want a car. We don't want the cost of buying a car. We don't want to pay for insurance. We don't want to get ripped off on repairs. We don't want to pay for gasoline, which is expensive here. We just love, anytime we want to, being able to hop in a taxi and go. And here it's like, it's like $1. If we go all the way across town, it may be $2 or $3. So super cheap, super easy, no insurance, no gasoline, no repairs, nothing. It's just way better for us. I mean, if you want a car, if you live way outside the city, you just can't do that. So we're trying to find in every city we go to a place where we can live that's walkable. So those are kind of our expectations. I tell you, if it is exactly the same in most cases as Matagalpa, because we've been really happy here. Our only gripe is the heat. That it's just, and our thermostats are just different than everybody else's. I mean, we dislike the hot weather more than most people. So if you like Florida weather, then you will absolutely love it here. So we think it's going to be wonderful. If it's just as good as Matagalpa, but the weather's 20 degrees cooler, it might be the perfect place for us. That won't stop us from traveling. We're still going to go to all the other cities that we've researched before we pick a place. But anyway, those are the expectations. I'll talk to you a little bit in maybe late January, early February about how our expectations met with reality. So it is Sunday today. It is the Sunday before Thanksgiving. So Lydia and I are going to do a little Thanksgiving dinner here on our own. I mean, nobody here knows what Thanksgiving is. So we've already bought the cranberry sauce and stuff like that. So we'll make a little Thanksgiving of our own. But hope you all are having a wonderful week. And if you need an adventure, you're trying to get out of the rat race, you want to get off that hamster wheel that is the U.S., you're maybe just need an adventure. You're tired, you're bored, you're feeling a little unhappy with the grind, just going to work every day over and over doing the same stuff, and you need to get out. This may be the right channel for you. Please follow us along on our journeys. Please take a second to like and subscribe. It really does help us out. And just remember, if you need an adventure, there has to be something more.